suicide.
Which problem?
Buddy Holly.
Sometimes I don't know what's underneath the soul. Don't worry about it, it's just funny. Good evening, everyone. We'll do the second single from that album, especially for you, and we'll do it acoustically. This is called Behind the Wall of Sleep. 2, 1, 2, big.
She had hair like Jeannie Shrimp back in 1965. She had legs that never emptied. I was halfway paralyzed. She was tall and cool and pretty. She dressed as black as coal. If she asked me to, I'd imagine I would gladly lose my soul. Now I lie in bed and think of her. Sometimes I even weep when I dream of her behind the wall of sleep. Well, she held a bass guitar. She was playing in a band, and she stood just like Bill Wyman. Now I am her biggest fan. Now I know I'm one of many who would like to be your friend. And I just got to find a way to let you know I'm not like them. Now I lie in bed and think of her. Sometimes I even weep. Then I dream of her behind the wall of sleep.
Just picture the guitar solo in your mind.
Sometimes I even weep when I dream of her behind the wall of sleep. Got your number from a friend of mine who lives in your hometown. Called you up to have a drink. Your roommate said you weren't around. Now I know I'm one of many who would like to be your friend. Now I've just got to find a way to let you know I'm not like them. Now I lie in bed and think of her. Sometimes I even weep when I dream of her behind the wall of sleep. Behind the wall of sleep. Behind the wall of sleep. Behind the wall of sleep.
That's nice, Jim. Thanks for calling.
I didn't know you could play that on a acoustic guitar.
Mr. Ed Hackett, you're a friend of mine, he put together his request list. I tricked him into making him feel important and special. I'm just too fucking lazy after being in the band for 35 years to make a set list. We don't work with a set list.
True.
No, it's true. One of the reasons why, if you come and see a Smithereen show, there's a little bit of an edge to it still, which is very important to us, because how often have we gone to see artists whom we admired, and we go to see them after a long time of not seeing them, and somehow they've lost the spark. You know, they work with set lists, and we're very disappointed. So we know what the first, second, and maybe third song are, but we never know beyond that. We do everything in an improvisational way, which drives everybody fucking crazy.
I'm not used to it.
Yeah, but it keeps it exciting. We'll do a song now that was also on that first album, especially for you, and it's one of the more politically incorrect songs ever written. I wrote this on the train coming from Stockholm, Sweden, to a port called Hookvang, Holland. I was traveling after our very first time out of New Jersey. We'd never been out of New Jersey, and we went to Stockholm to live for a month. And I went to England to try to get us a record deal with a box of Smithereens albums under one arm, a guitar under another, and a suitcase, and a James Dean coat, you know. And I wound up in London. These guys went back home, and I saw a sign. It says, tonight, the Marquee Club. Remember the Who Maximum R&B Marquee Club? Tonight, REM at the Marquee Club. This is 1984. And I somehow snuck in, and I said, I just dropped the name of someone I didn't know, whom I knew that they knew. And I said, yeah, come on backstage. And while they were on stage, I drank all their beer. I must have drank 2 cases of beer. Anyway, that means nothing. Anyway, I wrote this song, which is called Cigarette, because at the time it was becoming very unpopular to smoke, and everyone in Europe smoked like crazy still at the time, and I was on a train. And the train that was taking me to the boat that would take me to London showed a motion picture. I think it was Casablanca or some obscure Humphrey Bogart movie where he is sitting opposite Ingrid Bergman or some other actress at dinner, and he takes 2 cigarettes and he puts them in his mouth and he lights them both at the same time and then hands her the cigarette. It's very romantic. So the song is about the romance of the cigarette and smoking as portrayed in Warner Brothers motion pictures from the 1940s. And we'll do it for you now. It's called Cigarette.
Do I do an intro or?
Yeah.
Smoked my last cigarette, sat there for a while. Thought of your face and that brought me a smile. Walked in another one, fell back to sleep instead. Woke and found you sitting there on the bed. Cigarette, cigarette, burning up tight. Cigarette, cigarette, watch the smoke cloud. Cigarette, cigarette, wasting away. Just like this cigarette, our time is running down. Only 1 mile to go, leaving this town. Went to the corner store, I bought us another pack. I held my arm around you as we headed back. I tried to change your mind, didn't want you to go. I want you more, it seems, than you could ever know. Cigarette, cigarette, burning up tight. Cigarette, cigarette, watch the smoke climb. Cigarette, cigarette, it's wasting away. Just like this cigarette, our time is running down. Only 1 mile to go, leaving this town. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Just like this cigarette, our time is running down. Only 1 mile to go, leaving this town now. Smoked 1 last cigarette, sat in bed for a while. Thought of your face and that brought me a smile.
You guys are very sweet. I'm hearing a tambourine like the record, like the one on the record. Must be sense memory or something. About 16 or 17 years ago, I had a bunch of different jobs. And I was able to do all of them while maintaining my identity as a member of the Smithereens. I worked at XM Satellite Radio. I built a station called the Unsigned Channel, Channel 52, and we were able to actually get unsigned bands record deals as a result. It was really interesting. Got a phone call and they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." And they said, "Would you like to run your own international radio station? We've got something new called satellite radio." And I said, "I'll think about it." No, but so I went down to Washington, D.C., and I lived there for a couple of years, and I was doing that, but I was also running the grants program for Jim Beam. Has anyone ever heard of Jim Beam? Raise your hand. Are you personally acquainted with Jim Beam? Raise your hand. They had a grants program called the Benefiting Emerging Artists in Music, BEAM, and it was my honor for 5 years to give away $250,000 of their money to unsigned and emerging artists. And it was not based upon talent. It wasn't, what is that show? Who Wants to Be a Rock Star? What's it called?
American Idol. There's American.
What's it called?
Here's Got Talent.
The Voice, you know, like that. American Idol. In our day, in my day, it was called Star Search, and it sucked. And
There was the Gong Show.
that's right. Yeah, that's
Gene the Dancing Machine.
Ed McMahon was the host, and you knew then if you won. What was the show called again?
Star Search.
Star Search. If you won it, your career was over. It was a joke, right? So anyway, this grants program I ran was not based upon talent, but rather need. And there was a young woman from Spokane, Washington, who said, "I need $4,000 to refurbish my touring vehicle." Now, I said, "Sounds fine to me." And we liked her presentation. We spoke with her on the phone, and she was a nice, serious musician. Emerging artist. But we had to ask her what the money was for, obviously, because we were almost duped by this gentleman in New Orleans who we almost gave $12,000 to until we read the fine print of his proposal. And I think $4,000 was allotted to strippers' poles. Come on, folks, give me something here. What about that? Anyway, that's good, right? It's true. Anyway, she said, "I need to refurbish my van, my touring vehicles." I said, "What sort of venues are you playing at?" She said, "I play people's homes. I do house concerts." I'm trying to explain how we arrived at this point and how we do a considerable number of these. And I used to do them alone, but Jimmy does most of them now with me. You like them, right?
What?
These events. Have another drink. Anyway, I said, "What indeed is a house concert?" And she said, I network and commune with my supporters and the people that like my music online via my website and email, and I drive all over the greater Pacific Northwest to their homes. And we sit around and I play my guitar and I sing my songs and they pass the hat, and that's how I make my living. I said, "That's an incredible idea." I said, "Can I borrow it?" And she said, because I knew of no one who had been as lucky as the Smithereens were and had record deals and success and all that, who would ever dream of attempting playing house concerts. And she goes, "I can't lend you the concept. It's not mine to lend to you, because folk musicians and bluegrass artists have been doing this for 50 years. So in any event, I put the word out on the internet, and I was booked in the homes, backyards, and living rooms of 90 Smithereen supporters within a week. I went on the road for, I guess, 5 months. I rented I think it was, an SUV called a Jimmy. At the Avis or Hertz or whatever, Budget Rent-A-Car actually at the Newark Airport. And I returned 5 months later, and the thing was barely on the wheels, you know what I mean? I returned with like 60,000 free miles. And the lady behind the desk looked at me and shook her head. She goes, "How dare you bring this car back? Why don't you just leave it on the street?" Anyway, that's how we came to do these living room shows. So please give yourself a round of applause for being part of something that you don't see just about every day. So, and, I'm really glad to have Jimmy from the Smithereens with me tonight. And I'm sorry.
Me driving the truck.
Here's a song that we did. It was a dream of ours to play the Jerry Lewis telethon. Anyone ever see that show? Okay. And we did the one out of New York with Tony Orlando. Remember Tony Orlando? Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Everybody, twice on the pipe. If the answer is no. Oh, my darling, knock 3 times. Need you meet me in the hallway. Twice on the pipe. Means you ain't gonna show. You look out your window. No, I can't remember that. I don't really know the song. Anyway, we did it in New York, and Jerry Lewis couldn't be there. He was in Las Vegas, like he always is, and the host was Tony Orlando. Now, Tony had been up for like 18 days. His eyes looked like 2 fucking pee holes in the snow, right? He was on all kinds of energy drinks and caffeine. He was like walking around. So we figured the most appropriate song to do for Jerry's kids was the song that we wrote for our kids, and more specifically my daughter Liza on her 6th birthday. It's a song called "She's Got Away" all her own. You know, there's a Billy Joel song called "She's Got Away." You know that song. So she's got away all her own, and Tony is like chomping at the bit to introduce us, and his eyes are popping out of his head, and we're about to go on. And he goes, and now here they are, that hit-making machine from New Jersey, their first time on the telethon, the Smithereens performing their big hit, "She Got Away." Am I wrong or right?
You're right.
Anyway, this. How many of you have kids? Raise your hand. How many of you are kids yourself? Raise your hand. So this is for your children or anyone that you love or care about. And it's called "She's Got Away" all her own. One more time.
My girl, she's extraordinary. My girl, she's different from the rest. She is truth combined with fiction, a lovely contradiction. But you'll only see the part of her that she wants you to see. Yes, you'd understand if you knew her like I do. I just do what I can to keep up on her points of view, and left to myself when it's over my head. She's got a way of her own. Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes she baffles and confounds me. I find when she wraps her arms around me, when I finally figured out I'll never figure her out, that's when I begin to understand just what she's all about. Yes, you'd understand if you knew her like I do. I just do what I can to keep up on her points of view, and left to myself when it's over my head. She's got a way of her own. Yes, she's got a way of her own. She smiles and the questions disappear. She cries and only God knows why. She's here. Yes, you'd understand if you knew her like I do. I just do what I can to keep up on her points of view, and laugh to myself when it's over my head. She's got a way of her own. Oh, yes, she's got a way of her own. Oh, she's got a way of her own.
I like that.
I like this acoustic thing.
It's got a nice sound, I really like it.
That's my most coveted Guild acoustic guitar. I saw that when I was a kid. I was about 18. I saw it. You know who Richie Havens is?
Oh,
yeah. I saw him play at a place called Forest Lodge out in New Jersey, and he had this Guild with the two cutaways. I said, God, if I can ever afford acoustic, I'm going to get that. So we have friends over at Fender, and apparently Fender owns Guild, but Guild is still made by hand in Connecticut. They make everything right here.
Not anymore, not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore? Don't ruin my fucking story.
Too much wood from Africa.
No more booze for you. No, they're still made here.
You're right. Good answer.
Thanks, Bill. Anyway,
That's what you say to your
I got two of them that were made in Connecticut. And that's one of them right here. Okay.
Yeah.
We got out of that one pretty good, right?
Yeah, good sense, huh?
2 weeks ago, started
Says you
relations again.
What, 2 weeks ago it happened?
Yeah.
Great.
Our first album, as I mentioned before, which came out 30 years ago in 1986, was called Especially For You. And we used to like to play games and provoke the press, people writing about us, just to create interest. And we throw out false clues, and usually there is a song called Especially For You on an album called Especially For You, but there wasn't. However, there is this song called Especially For You, which appeared on our Green Thoughts album, so the press said, did you write this for the first album? And left it off. Why did you do that? And we had something to talk about with them, so...
They don't know the real story.
No, we couldn't tell them that.
We still can. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Anyway, this song is a song that's heavily influenced by the work of Burt Bacharach and Hal David. If you're not familiar with them, walk on by, ba, 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 walk on by, see me cry. Do you know the way to San Jose? I've been away so long, I may go back and lose my way. LA is a great big freeway. Put 100 down and buy a car. In a week, maybe two, they'll make you a star. But they don't make that guitar in CT. You fucked it up, my story's song. Now we're gonna have to run. It's called Especially For You. Here we go. I've been running round in circles trying to find the way back to you. It's been tough since I felt this way. I forgot what I'm supposed to do. You won't make me cry, no matter what you do. My love is especially for you. I've been trying to build a bridge to get to you for so many years. Now it looks like it'll have to be a damn instead to hold back the tears. You won't make me cry, no matter what you do, 'cause my love is especially for you. It's the same every night when I turn out the light and I'm hugging my pillow instead of you. In the morning I rise and I tell myself lies and pretend that I'm happy in spite of you.
It's the same every night when I turn out the light and I'm hugging my pillow instead of you. In the morning I rise and I tell myself lies and pretend that I'm happy in spite of you. I've been running round in circles trying to find a way back to you. It's been tough since the devil's with and I forgot what I'm supposed to do. You won't make me cry, no matter what you do. My love is especially for you. My love is especially for you. My love is especially for you. I
Thank you very much. Jim Babjack on the guitar. Let's not forget Jim.
That shit's bad for you. You should just drink regular Coke.
I should just drink fucking Jameson like you, whatever the fuck you're drinking with Cowan. Give me some of that. I'll have some.
You have some rum?
Can I have some rum while I play? Would you guys mind?
Yeah,
I'll have a rum break.
absolutely. Rum runner.
Terry, it was too much for Ed's wife Terry, and she left the room. Look.
She went to get
Where you
you.
going?
It was.
Oh, boy.
Oh, then in the meantime, I'll have. Is there a chord problem?
How are we doing? You guys having fun? Thank you for coming.
Maureen's gonna.
It's where you're standing or something.
well, you sit down. Really?
Did you, Jimmy, you plug in?
It's okay. It's really.
But more?
He usually does.
Why not? You driving up there?
No, that's
Jim.
okay.
Oh, there's your glass. Beetle. This is awkward. I have this guitar. Amazing how the bottle doesn't last that long. Did it go away? One of them does.